Hey everybody, it's Campfire Trish, and in today's video we are back outdoors and we are braving the cold. It's actually a little bit milder today, probably I think in the 50s, but I think as the afternoon's waning the temperature's dropping. But we're going to be doing a Dutch oven meal, chili with cornbread. My little helper Lexi is not going to be here today, to much of her dismay, as she's gotten a cold, and so I'm being that mom that's kind of making her stay tucked away inside just for a little while today, just so we don't brew anything else. Not that I think being outdoors makes people sick, but she's already kind of, you know, being a little puny, so she needs a little rest. But anyway, Sam's here. He's going to give me a hand getting some charcoal started, and yeah, we're going to be making some chili and cornbread. You found the doodad. So we're just letting the pans heat up a little bit, just so it's nice and hot. All right, so I just added the meat. So Sam and I are trying to do a little bit more, some healthier eating this year. We have a big, well, for one, we're getting older and we need to, you know, be healthier. And two, we have a big trip coming up in 6 months, less than 6 months now. And we want to just get healthier for that trip too. I'm gonna, smoke is in my eyeballs. Probably share some details related to that coming up in some upcoming videos. We're still trying to finalize things, just make sure that we can do this. But so that's what we're doing. So we're eating a little bit healthier. This is ground turkey. You for sure can use ground beef. It's totally fine. Sam's giving me a hand. Do you care if I go ahead and toss these in? So I've got a whole onion chopped. I've got a portion of some green pepper I had left over chopped, and 2 ribs of celery. Don't tell Sam. And I'm gonna cook those in. Do you want to stir those in, sweetie? Or I can.
Hey, you put cardboard in here. Lovely.
Cardboard? Celery.
Tastes like cardboard, except it's gross.
I wonder if you smell better, if you would taste it better. Celery is one of those things, you don't have to add celery. You can add whatever vegetables you want. I almost contemplated actually adding a handful of shredded carrots to it. But I didn't. But yeah, you can add whatever vegetables you like as well. So I'm gonna let these kind of sit there for just a moment, start cooking down, and then we'll move on to the next step. We made a little bit of an executive decision, or Sam made that decision, to move it on top of the bigger pellet coals, just so we can get that kind of cooking a little bit faster. We prefer not to be here all night.
Once it gets hot, though, we can move it back. Just want to get that cast iron nice and hot and have it really start cooking, because, you know, it is turkey, not beef.
Yeah, I think the turkey itself is practically cooked.
I don't.
You don't think so?
I can see it.
I guess that's true. Oh yeah, some of it is not. Yeah, I see it now. Good points. Listen to the sizzle. Should I go ahead and add the garlic?
Sure.
This is about 2 garlic cloves. Ooh, smoking my eyeballs. Thanks. I got a spoon right here. That's helpful. I got it. Actually, I'm making a mess with it. It's already minced. You can either mince it yourself or buy the, you know, jars of pre-mixed stuff. I like the jars. I have regular garlic too. Just depends on how garlicky I want to get, which way I go. You can easily do this over top of a fire if you so choose, or you could do it on your cook stove and throw it in the oven as well. Very versatile recipe. All right, so we determined our bottom coals were actually out, so it's a good thing we moved things over when we did. Oops, sorry, as I put my finger over the camera. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add the seasoning and the canned vegetables. So this is 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin, and about a teaspoon of salt. My salt out, and I had to use my rock salt grinder, so I'm gonna add that in. If you have a different type of chili seasoning mix that you prefer, use it. And now I'm gonna add a can of the fire roasted tomatoes. So a can of that, a can of regular diced tomatoes, a can of kidney beans, oops, and a can of black beans. Now, if you like to use different beans like pinto beans, or if you want to use just kidney beans or just black beans, you can. Again, your preference. And I'm going to square it about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. There we go. All right, and we're going to mix that in. And while Sam's mixing, I'm going to go ahead and start getting the cornbread ready. All right, so I'm going to start working on the cornbread topping that we're going to put on our chili. So I've cracked 2 eggs. I'm just going to give them a quick little, just a little beat, just breaking up those yolks a little bit. And I'm gonna add, so we're trying, this is the first time I've ever tried this brand, but the Kodak cornbread, it's a protein-packed cornbread. We're Jiffy Puff kind of people, so this might be a bust for us, but we're gonna try it. What was that?
The crusties?
Oh, the crusties, yeah, that is good. I'm gonna just add this here. And 2/3 cup of milk. Had a little ash in it. A little ash won't hurt us. And I'm just going to mix this together. And again, use whatever, it's 16 ounces of your whatever your preferred corn meal is, your cornbread mix is. I've never used regular like cornmeal, but you know, if you want to use that, I don't see why you couldn't. I'm just going to mix this together. Now I have seen some recipes, not for your cornbread. I might need to add a little something, a little extra to this. Let me see here. No, okay. Oh, 1 3/4 cup milk. Might need to get a little bit more milk here to mix this up with. Let me just assess in just a second. All right, so I've added about a total of 1 1/3 cups of milk instead. It's a little bit different recipe, so I'm just trying to work with it. I'm gonna add a 4-ounce little can of green chilies that have been chopped. And also, it's a lot of cheese. I think I'm only going to add half of this cheese. It was 8 ounces of cheese. I'm going to add about half right now. And I'm going to incorporate this into this cornbread and see what it looks like. And I'll decide if I want to add more in just a moment. And I'm going to take this off camera just so I can use both hands. All right, so I ended up actually adding the full 8 ounces of cheese. And this is my mixture. It looks pretty good. And now I'm going to add it to the top of that chili. Let me just give this a quick stir because we're not going to be touching that bottom any longer.
We found out that we really need to clean this out. Everything was so wet down there, it's taking the heat out of the coals and causing them to go out. But I think they'll have enough heat on bottom. We'll put new coals on top. I guess I'm ready. Ready?
Yep, just pour it on top. Just spoon it on.
Spread it out at all, or just kind of?
Just kind of spoon it and spread it a little.
Is it supposed to spread as it bakes?
I've never done this before.
Yeah, well.
This is a new recipe, y'all. And we're healthifying it, so it might be a bust. Hey, at least I can tell you what not to do sometimes.
Yeah, well,
you know?
Not everything's going to be a success.
Not everything. But that's the part of cooking. That's when you start cooking, you make some terrible things, and then you learn from it, you hope.
My office at work is located next to a culinary department who messed up salad this week. So, if they can mess up salad, we can mess up cornbread in the crock pot.
Or in the Dutch oven.
Dutch oven that we've never really done
Over the
before.
fire.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. Thanks, honey. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the top of the Dutch oven on it, and we're gonna load it up with some coals. And I think we're gonna overload it because we're having trouble with heat anyway, and it's only getting chillier. Ooh, that feels good. And we'll spread them out a little bit so it does evenly cook. But there it is.
Yeah, those are nice hot coals on top. So
Yeah.
hopefully that cornbread will cook well.
Yep.
I mean, it's still hot down here on bottom. It's
Yeah.
just
Oh
not,
yeah. It's still good. We've got good heat going
not
on.
like you'd expect it to be.
Yep. All right. So we're gonna let that do its thing. I'll be checking on it. I probably will check it. Wait 10 minutes to check it.
Now, how many coals are they supposed to have on top?
It's supposed to be about a 400-degree oven. So typically, I think, and I'd have to look at my calculations again, but typically it's like 9 on bottom, like 12 to 14 on top, I think, for 400 degrees. Don't quote me. I will try to find a calculation and put it in the description for how many coals to top and bottom for baking, but I'll post it in the description. All right, so my timer has gone off, and just take a peek here. So 10-minute timer's gone off. Oof. Oh, you know what, honey? I just realized I made a big mistake.
What?
I can't touch it.
Huh?
I can't touch it with no hands. I don't think it's ready. I think it's still goopy. Yep, but it's getting close. So I'm gonna put it on there for 5 more minutes. Honey, do you mind turning?
The lid?
It smells good.
What kind of lid?
Yes, please.
Oh, half, 180, 90 what?
Let's do a little bit more. There you go, right there. Or that.
We do 180.
Sure. That works. And if I hadn't got distracted, I would have been turning this a little bit more often. But, c'est la vie. Well, apparently I never started my timer, and I was just checking to see how much time, because I was like, dang, it feels like it's been 5 minutes. So I'm not even sure how long it's been. It's been 10 minutes since the 10-minute timer went off. Ooh, let's see here.
Starting to poop up a little.
Yeah, what I can't tell is if it's like done. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. The problem is it's going to be wet because of the chili.
Right. Let's give it just a smidgen more, maybe? What do you think?
You want to get brown on top?
Yeah. All right, so it's been another 5 minutes. This is gonna be it for us, I think. This is gonna be it. It looks good. It's definitely puffed up. I mean, it didn't brown anymore, but I'm okay with that. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I would have to add more heat.
It feels like it on top.
Yeah. It's definitely bubbly. We're gonna remove it from the heat. I am a little concerned about the bottom, just because we have a lot of heat on that bottom. But
I don't think so.
no. Well, it's got a good bubble going on, so I think that's good. And yeah, let's spoon some up. All right, I'm just gonna. Oh, it feels nice and firm, so that's good. I think it did well then. I'm trying not to scrape the bottom, just so. Actually,
cheese.
I don't know. Is
What?
that dough?
Well, you know, the thing is, you have it on the stuff. So, when you put it on top like that, it's going to be very difficult. It's just the way heat transfer works.
Yeah. What do you think? You want to
I love that cheesiness.
I know. It is cheesy. You want to test it?
Cornbread, though. I don't know.
Should we bake it a little bit longer?
I don't know.
I mean, it looks...
That part looks good.
It does.
Yeah. We'll put the top back on while you check it out.
Yeah. Let's do that.
There you go.
All right. So we're going to try it. It looks, I mean, I've kind of looked underneath. See here. I mean, it looks firm, at least this edge. So that's why I'm going to let the rest of it just kind of sit there and kind of cook while we're still, you know,
I'm always
trying.
suspect of recipes like this because it's got to cook top down. And the reason why is because the hottest that this bottom part's going to get is 212, because that's the water boiling, the liquid boiling at 212. And while that liquid's boiling at 212, it ain't going to get any hotter.
Yeah.
So it's got to cook top down. So I'm always suspicious when they have stuff put on top. But, you know.
We'll try it. We'll be a
out.
guinea pig. And can I also say is, okay, who here who have children cannot find spoons?
Spoons, forks, what do they do with them?
I don't know. I
Let them get it.
can't,
It's a
we
mystery.
can't find spoons. So,
And we clean their rooms, they're gone. Are they stuffing them inside the walls, throwing them out the windows? I mean, the only thing I can think is maybe they're throwing them away when they clean their plate, but they don't clean their plate. So what are they doing with it?
so yeah, spoons, they're disappearing. I can't keep up. Thankfully, I found some plastic ones, but you want to give it a try?
Sure.
Do it at the same time. Is it hot? I got a lot of cornbread on this side.
That's right there. I'm a little suspect. I think she ruined my chili, so I think she did. We'll try it though.
We'll see. Sorry, I feel like I'm gonna dump it on you because I'm chasing. Dink.
Dink.
Dink it.
Not bad. Tastes fine. I mean, we'll let you know tomorrow if we get sick, but yeah.
No, we won't.
So I'm sure
I'll put it in the
cornbread dough-
description.
It was boiling, so I'm sure it
Yeah.
got hot enough to kill anything.
Actually, it's pretty darn good. I didn't get a lot of chili. That makes me sad.
Yeah, I don't think you dipped a lot of chili out of it.
But
Still good.
it's good. The Kodak brand chili, again, they're not a sponsor. Like, I don't have sponsors.
Cornbread.
I mean, the Kodak cornbread, that's really tasty. I'm surprised. And I didn't make it like the recipe said. It's the box says to add like butter.
What was that cheese all through it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's cheese and there's some
I thought
green
it was
chilies.
carrots.
Oh.
I saw it. I was dumping it in. I thought, oh, she put carrots in here.
No.
I thought that was you healthifying it.
No. But I did not add the butter. So the mix did say like a lot of butter and I did not add the butter.
That's why I didn't cook like it's supposed to.
Maybe. But
I don't know.
I think it's good. I'm not disappointed.
It's very good.
If you are, I mean, the out of the everything, the cornbread is definitely the more caloric piece of this. So if you don't want to add those calories, skip it. The chili's otherwise good. Yeah. So anyway, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and until next Saturday at 8 a.m. Bye. New content coming.